Hello friends, and welcome back to another Plan With Me video. So in today's video, we're going to be setting up our very own life planner from Erin Condren for the week of August 3rd to August 9th. I'm so excited. Okay, why don't we just dive right into this? Okay, so a couple of things that I wanted to mention before we dive right in. Obviously, first of all, took about 2 hours just to even find this planner. Anyways, we've made it. What I'm going to be using is I do have a few washies, and I'm going to be using the inspiration that I had from last week. So here's a quick snapshot where I would break down into 3 different sections of the planner. But then I also love the idea of just cutting the washies in the middle section a little bit thinner. I have to say, with the Chris and sticker sets that I bought, they're wonderful, but I find that the ink actually smudges. Okay, now let's move into what are the washes that we're going to be using. As you can tell, I'm going for like a really cute, really organized, very almost like a whimsical kind of look, to be honest. Part of me really wants to use this donut shaped washi. I'm going to see which one is going to be thick enough so that I can use it at the top, or I can use it in the middle section. But I believe that the donut will win this week. All zoomed in, so here we go. I basically just take the washi and I line it up to the top line. And then after that, I just went in with this handheld X-Acto knife and I just sort of trimmed it following the line. So I kind of actually enjoyed the fact that it's a little bit see-through, because like, look how wonderful it looks. Now, this part looks a little bit tedious, I understand, but honestly, the finished look looks absolutely spectacular. Let me just speed through this section so that you're not watching this in slow motion, shall we? I have to say, once you get into the groove of just cutting these sections out, it actually goes relatively easily. But the finished look, it literally just looks like I painted those patterns on. Now at this point, it looks really, really thick, and I know. So I went in with my ruler, I cut it to size, and just look how awesome that looks. Again, pulling up the thin little washi is kind of a pain, and then laying it down again, not exactly the easiest, so it does take a little bit of practice. But honestly, the finished look just looks so clean. I absolutely love it. I have to say, there's nothing like when you find your groove when it comes to your own planning style. And I used to think that I needed to cover the entire planner with stickers, and honestly, to me, this sort of defeats the purpose of using this really wonderful high quality paper. So I kind of like that, just adding little splashes of design here and there, and then really making the 3 sections very functional. One more thing, I absolutely do not miss the hourly layout. It was absolutely not working for me. It was just a hot mess. I really love how I could just break down the 3 categories, where I still left it for this week. The top section is still going to be business or work and social media. And the middle section is anything regarding home and wellness. So that's sort of where I can record anything that's going on with the kids or with the family. And also that's where I can record any of the workouts. So looking at the top section, I did use a whiteout for the days, because I absolutely love these little flag day stickers. I had them for forever. It just felt like, it's going to fit so well. They're not overly sized. They're from one of the Happy Planner kits. I believe that they're one of the accessory kits. And oh yeah, and here's a close-up of some of the washes that I will be using. Unfortunately, it was totally out of focus, but you will see it nevertheless. Look how cute they look, and there's no see-through for it. You can't really see the whiteout underneath it, but does that not look absolutely adorable? It sure does. I have to say though, with regards to the washi tape, totally was out of focus. We'll work with it in a moment. Here we are. So now I'm just going to show you, here's the sweet kawaii designs, whatever I have left over of this weekly kit. Very bright colored. I mean, can you tell? I picked so many of them from that same kit. So right now we're just going to be all about just laying them all down. Hopefully we're going to be in focus for that. But nevertheless, I'm using a lot of these to-do list I guess they're to-do list stickers. I don't know what you would call these things, but there's like a million of them in each kit. So I really enjoy using them because it just adds like this really cute splash of color. You will see me in a mere moment as I'm laying all of these things down, because obviously I'm very focused on the top section, which is where anything that has to do with work or with social media planning, that's where most of that goes. The bottom section, I'm completely dedicating it to like any reminders or just quick things that sort of come up. But honestly, I'm actually a lot better off just trimming a lot of these to-do lists. Like, who actually has a to-do list of like 10 things? Nobody. Basically nobody. If you need that much space for your to-do list, then most of that, for me personally, it actually goes into my petite planner from Erin Condren. I digress. Moving on. I found these cute little donuts, which I thought were like super cute. So needless to say, I'm adding them basically everywhere. I did have a little bit of trouble just labeling the top section, but I mean, I end up basically writing in the top section, and I'm using different colored pens. This week we're using the Muji pens. I find them to be like works really, really well. As much as I would love to use the pens from Erin Condren, and I still do, if you look back on last week's spread, you will see that I was using the Erin Condren pens so that I can kind of color coordinate everything, and it works fine, but I personally prefer the fine tip pens. They just write a little bit better for me. So there you go. And the bottom section right now, you can't really see it in camera, but I mean, I will zoom out in a mere moment and you can take a look. The bottom section is all about intentionality and gratitude. The tiny little sticker I used, it ended up smudging, so I replaced it. But here we are. Now we're completely zooming out. And this is where we're at right now. Now I'm going to show you just a quick, but like, how simple does that look? Like, I love the simplicity and the cuteness. Like, look how, and it looks really similar to last week's spread. But I will show you a quick close-up of how we're actually looking like. How did it end up after the pen? So as you can tell with the colored pens, it looks super cute. I mean, I haven't actually completely arranged all the different colors just yet of what I want at the top, the middle, and the bottom. I think that the more I'm going to use it, the easier it's going to get. But this is how we ended up looking like, and I absolutely love it. This is all I wanted to share with you guys. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. If you did, you already know what to do. You can support the channel and give me a thumbs up and all of that good stuff. And in the meanwhile, I'll see you guys again in my next video. Can we please get over the fact that this actually looks like Happy Planner stickers? No? Is it just me? Okay, I rest my case. Bye!